How you doing, everybody? It's your health and fitness specialist, Kelly Brown. And in today's video, we're going to discuss the concept of should you lose weight before you start building muscle? Now that's interesting because it kind of depends on what kind of weight you're talking about and what kind of muscle you're trying to put on. I think the end goal is very important for answering a question like this. If your end goal is to be lean and you're at a high body fat percentage and you need to come down so that you can see what your body looks like at being lean, I think there's a way to do it that's the proper way to do it. The way to do that is to come down slowly. You want to come down slowly, lose that extra body fat by changing your diet. You still need to be strength training and working out and trying to build muscle at the same time. You're not going to be able to physically see that muscle, but just know that it's going to be there waiting for you when you start coming down on that body fat. The cool thing about building muscle and trying to come down on body fat, and don't forget, the way to come down on body fat is to change your diet, start eating cleaner, and start doing your high intense interval training. Once you can do that and you come on down and now you're able to kind of see what that muscle shape is going to look like when you start losing the fat, the cool thing about it is that you can start to gauge where you actually want to see yourself. So if you want to see yourself being real lean, depending on what your body fat percentage was before, you may not want to come down and be that lean because maybe you have loose skin, or maybe certain body parts of yours haven't necessarily showed up properly and you can't see the vision that you might have wanted to see. So maybe you look better at a certain weight, so you might want to stop at that weight. But if you come down slowly, you can do that. If you come down and try to lose weight before you start building muscle, what's going to happen is an abundance of cardio starts eating into your muscle anyway. So if you're not using that muscle and all you're doing is cardio, you're going to start losing muscle. But then secondly, what happens is your fat cells may just shrink down. They may not actually burn off, because muscle is what makes you actually burn off body fat. If you come down and lose weight by just doing all cardio, your fat cells are going to shrink and shrink and shrink, and you're going to have that skinny fat look. And what happens is, if you stop, that weight comes right back on. The fat cells just expand again. And so now you're back to square one. And so where you thought you lost weight, you really didn't lose weight. Now, the other problem that comes into that is, if you come all the way down and lose that weight and you get to that lean, skinny fat type of look position that you're at, you're not going to want to build on muscle from that direction, because now you're going to be super weak from losing all that muscle that was probably under there in the first place, under that fat in the first place. But you're also going to run into the situation of, okay, now I have to fill out in certain areas because the way my skin might look or the way my body is shaped. So now, in order for me to look like the vision that I had in my head, I have to put on muscle a certain way. And that gets tricky, because now you're going from a situation of not knowing how to work out to straight bodybuilding, because putting on muscle a certain way is bodybuilding. I don't care what anybody says. You can't, it's not just like we can go out there and start doing some type of powerlifting and hang cleans and presses or something like that. That's not going to put that size on you. That'll get you stronger, but that's not going to give you that definition and that symmetry that you're looking for. As a supplement it might, but bodybuilding is doing reps and lighter weights and whatever it is to kind of build and sculpt that shape of that muscle. So you're going to have to do that coming from scratch now. So I wouldn't recommend that. That's like super hard for anybody to try and do. So I would definitely stay away from trying to lose weight before you start building muscle, and I would opt to work out and build muscle as I'm coming down slowly in my body fat by doing A, your cardio, your high intense interval training, and then B, changing your diet. I hope that answers your question. Thanks for watching the video. Please subscribe. Click the link below to download your t-shirts and to get your ebooks. I'll see you guys in the next video.